So what is the law of attraction missing? And the law itself, of course, is simply a law. Who you are being is going to be creating and attracting your life around you and all of your experiences. But many who are following law of attraction teachings and books and podcasts, they might miss a really, really important element, which is your body and energy work. And that whenever we have blockages, it's not just something in our brain or in our thoughts, like, oh, we have emotional blockages or thoughts that we keep repeating. They're actually blocked within our energy centers, within our chakras, and our energy body around us. And whenever you take the time to do energy work to clear it, actually active energy work, it liberates energy and creates this powerful channel and conduit. You are able to attract much more easily because you're a clean, clear channel. You don't have any junk in the pipe. And that's what we want to talk about. So my dad, John, is joining me. And can you tell us a little bit about the importance of doing energy work? Or actually, let's first take a look at what does it mean to have emotions or energy that's blocked in your chakras and your energy centers? What does that mean?
You know, when we have events in our lives that are really emotional, and we all have them. You know, whether it's a relationship or in business, all day we're inundated with things that are happening in our life. But it's especially these things like when I have a really heated event.
Yeah.
You know, like you and I have a conflict of some type in a way. This energy is a frequency and a wiring and a firing of our system, our nervous system, you know, that it wires and fires into our nervous system if it's a strong enough event and it has this deep emotion. But this energy of what it is, if it's anger, it's a certain frequency that goes to a certain energy center in your body and wires and fires the nerve plexus of that center. Like anger is it's a lower emotion and really attaches and wires and fires into your what we call your first and your second energy centers, which are the root and the sacral centers. So
it's really about having pent up or unreleased, or
energies.
attached energies. It's like there's nothing wrong with experiencing anger or grief or sorrow or these things that will happen, right? Because we are human beings. But the mastery is being able to fully feel them and let them pass through.
And let them go, yeah.
Which is obviously easier said than done, but whenever we don't do that, when we don't fully feel them because it's too painful to do so, we're like, don't want to deal with that, I want to get back to work. I want to get back to watching TV. I want to like start scrolling through my phone. I don't want to feel with this. I'm angry, but I don't want to open up my throat and actually talk to someone about it because I'm afraid of what could happen.
Yeah.
That, when it gets repressed and stuck and we don't do anything with it, ends up creating illnesses in our body. It ends up creating,
disease.
Even if we don't have illness and disease, and we're like, oh, I'm physically okay. You know, I just went to the doctor. My vital signs are great. We have energetic blockages, though, and that's slowing us down, keeping us more in density, making it to where we're using, let's say, the law of attraction to create something new. You don't have a very clean channel for that creation.
Yeah, and you know, the way that I've experienced all this over the years is I'm always sensing and feeling. You know, at first it was kind of like a chore. I mean, what do you mean sensing and feeling? I mean, how does my body feel?
Yeah.
You know, and when I learned about the energy centers in my body, I started focusing my attention on that area. How does that space or that area in my body feel? You know, just how does it feel at any moment? And in working with all these areas, I made a conscious effort of learning what it feels like in a center when it feels good or when it feels imbalanced. And this is a learned thing. I mean, it's from taking the time to work with these energy centers and feel them. So what I'm saying is, when you do this, you gain the ability to sense and feel whether your body's in balance and harmony or not.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm a little imbalanced in my first energy center and my sacral. I can kind of feel, I can feel that imbalance in my system. So later today, what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll address that by sending love and imaging balance and harmony in that center.
That's amazing that you've developed out that skill of sensing it. And so even if someone's not at that level yet, and they're like, how can I start to move energy so that this will clear out my chakras, my energy centers, this will, benefit my body and my energy field and do the things that we talked about, right, to become a clear channel. What are a few practices that you would recommend that they can do?
Something that's really simple is to, first of all, learn the area of the body that an energy center. We have 7 energy centers in our body. Learn the spaces in your body that are associated with those energy centers. And it's so simple. Working with an energy center is really simple. You focus your attention on that spot, and you breathe in and out, and you just see that air going in and out of that space. So there's a lot of heart exercises that people may be familiar with, where we breathe in and out of the heart,
Right.
which we're putting our attention on that heart chakra,
Right.
and we're breathing in and out. You can do that with all the energy centers. And at the same time I do that, I'll breathe in and out like 3 times, just to clear, like I'm connecting and I'm clearing with that space in my body, and I look at it as a space. And then the next thing that I do is when I have focus on that space, I send love, balance, harmony, and coherence to that space.
Yeah.
And I feel that.
It's really powerful. You're loving it back into life.
Yeah, I'm loving
Like
it.
we give attention to that which we love. And we're giving attention to our body, our energy centers as a part of us. So this whole practice, what about other types of energy work, such as Qigong or Falun Dafa, things like that? What do you think about those types of energy practices?
Oh, they're extremely powerful.
Why would someone want to do, if you haven't heard of Falun Dafa, for example, it is really the origination of Qigong, right, from India, an energy practice, an ancient energy practice, or other types of energy practices, right? But what is so powerful about that compared to just sitting in a meditation and mentally going through your energy centers, for example, just in your mind, versus physically moving your arms some, doing the deep breathing? How is it different for you?
When you're doing a direct energy work, there is great effect on the centers as you go through them. The power of Falun Dafa, or like Qigong or Qigong, as some people call it, is the ability to flow energy through all of your energy channels at the same time, and changing the direction of the flow around and through our body, creating circuits. If I take my hands and I put my hands together, I'm creating a circuit of energy around in my body here. So in Falun Dafa, you're positioning yourself to different places, different energy channels in your body. And the thing that I like about those type of energy works is they're really simple. I mean, I'm just breathing in and I'm just focusing on love. And when you're first starting, the best thing to do is focus the energy in your heart. Just your breathing, focus your breathing in your heart, and go through the elements of like Falun Dafa or Qigong or whatever, and let the universe flow the energy where it needs to go. What I've noticed in doing this and in students, over about a 3-month period, students begin to get the cosmic connection, and they start to realize the cosmic connection.
The cosmic connection, wow.
It's, the presence.
Right.
Because when you're working in these type of situations, your mind goes away from what happened yesterday in the office or what's going to happen ahead, and you're placing your focus and attention in this breathing and these movements. and giving your body some love. It's self-love.
It's ridiculously
Yeah.
powerful. We did some yesterday outside in the backyard, and I mean, I was so in the moment. My heart was ridiculously open, felt a huge amount of energy coursing through my body. I don't mean energy like, oh, I just worked out. I'm talking about chi, like prana, spiritual energy, because of the cosmic connection. And if you haven't experienced that before, you might hear people talking about it. I highly recommend experimenting with it, seeing what happens. We can talk about these things all day long, but it's about doing it, it's about being it. If you're like, I, want to experience these things that I want to create, I'm a conscious creator, how can I apply the law of attraction to change my life, to change myself? This is a really big element that many people are missing, which is why we made this video. So we encourage you to do that. Any final words about that?
Yeah, the way to look at these exercises is, like I said, you're increasing your presence, your ability to have presence in your life, and also it's so simple. It's simpler even than focusing on each chakra,
Mm-hmm.
and it draws those blocking energies. It removes them over time, and you don't even, I mean, you're just being present and letting these energies flow through you and clear.
Absolutely.
It's very simple, very beautiful
Yeah. Well,
gift.
everyone,
Yeah.
begin your own energy practices. Share comments about how that's going for you. We'd love to hear it. We'll see you in another video.